and happy Scrappy Saturday. I'm Shawn with Manly Made Minute, and welcome back to another episode of Scrappy Shorts, where everything has potential. Alright, we're digging back in our buckets this week. I've got my black and white scrap bucket out, and I've got my normal extra backgrounds, all my extra pieces, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to go by a template that I found on Pinterest, and I just modified it just slightly, kind of had an idea of what I already knew I had for scraps. So let's just show you what I'm going to do. We're just going to do a quick card front, won't go through the whole card, just to show you what I am looking into. So let's just head down to the table. We all have a bucket like this. This is my black and white. You might have them separated. I have gone through and picked out some of my strips already that I know will work for this project. So we'll set that one aside. This is the bucket. You've seen it before, where I have all of these card fronts and extra pieces that I saved. I've gone through and picked out the pieces that I'm thinking about. So I'm going to do a layout that's going to look like this. Alright? I've got a card front. I'm going to do a strip here, a square here, a couple strips going across with a circle to where I can throw the sentiment across that circle, and then you would just throw this on a matte layer onto your card base. So this is my idea of the template that I wanted to do. Now I just got to find the scraps. Here's what I have picked. Alright, here's my card base. So my card base is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. I'll throw this on a black mat when I'm done. I found this piece in this scrap. This was from one of my very first YouTube videos, actually. So I'm going to use this whole strip here. I'm going to make a square out of this, and I'm going to make a circle out of this. That's going to go there, and then I'm going to use these strips underneath, and these were just strips of white strips that I took and put a stencil over, and then I put lunar paste over the top of them. So you can kind of see I had a whole bunch laid out, and then I just put lunar paste on these extra strips. There's a video of me doing this as well. These are just left over. So let me go through here, and I'm also going to, once I get these pieces done, I'm going to put clear embossing over these to get a nice shine. So I'm going to cut my pieces out. I'm going to put clear embossing on them, and then I'll be right back so we can assemble and show you what this looks like. Alright, I have clear embossed my pieces, as you can see. I have tried laying these out and realized that's probably too much, so I'm going to leave it with this and these strips. However, I feel that's a little bit too much, so I'm just going to cut that little piece down just a little bit. I'm probably going to go down to about 1 1/4 inches on that piece, because this is the way it was in my scrap bucket, so I'm just cutting that down. So I'm going to lay this here. We're going to go black strips on either side of that. These aren't exact black strips, but that's okay. This is more of just a scrap card and using up scrap, so I'm not too worried about it being so extremely cohesive. So I'm throwing this piece down first. I'm going to throw some black strips on either side of it just to make this pop, to get that to pop out a little bit. So one on either side here, and then I did take that square. This was cut to 2 3/4, and then I just did the black mat at 3 by 3, like so, and just surround this one to get that to pop out a little bit. Now I'm just going to take these and pop these down like so. And then I'm going to throw that square probably like this. Alright? So we're just going to go and glue these straight down. I'm going to put a piece of black, I think, in between that. Yeah, why not? Just throw a little piece of black in there. Again, I just kind of went by what I had for scraps, what I thought would be a little matchy-matchy, and make something work. I've got the blue starting here, and carried up to the top of this card like so. We'll throw that up on some dimensionals. And get this to pop up. I did grab a sentiment just to show as an example. I'm not going to throw this up on the card base itself quite yet. So pop this down. Because it's a little warpy, I'm going to throw a little glue on here just to get that to grab. Give me a little wiggle room. Just like so. Now I have some pre-cut, die-cut sentiments. I've stacked this 2 or 3 times with scraps, and I thought I could throw that like so. So let me just cut off the excess here so you can see this as the card base. Again, this is all scraps. All of it is scraps. So there's that, and then you could just throw a sentiment like so, and I'd probably put this on a black mat. Easy peasy. Scrap, 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 scrap. All this is scraps. I just heat embossed it to give it some nice, get that the light, just to give it some nice shine, get that color to pop off of those. Since the scraps have been sitting around for a little while, they weren't too dull, but just gives them a little pop. So, all right, there you have it. Here is another scrap card. We'll get that just to focus out. There we go. Easy peasy. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate you watching till the end. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and hopefully become a subscriber and keep on coming back. These Scrappy Shorts are every other Saturday. I do Monday Moments every Monday, and then I do a live and some cards during the week. If you're not new here, don't be shy. Hit that subscribe button and keep on coming back. So thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Saturday morning, and until next time, I'll see you then.